What up, y'all? It's your girl, UC Kayla. Happy Tuesday. I know I normally do my sister's video on Monday, but yesterday was my birthday, guys. Yes, I started chapter 29, and your girl is going to make this the best year yet in my 20s. So, thank you guys so much for the love on Twitter and Instagram, and just so many people poured out love to me yesterday, and I appreciate it. If it's your first time here at UC Kayla TV, welcome. And to everyone else, welcome back. Today, guys, for our sisters topic, we are getting into the laws of attraction. And what do I mean by the laws of attraction? So I'm not just talking, I'm tripping, y'all. I took that day off of my birthday, my mind gone. If you have not already, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who has already hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 500, guys. The 27th, which was Sunday, was my 2-month anniversary of posting content on this channel. So I exceeded 400 followers in just 2 months, guys. My wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine that. So please, if you're watching me regularly, please go ahead and subscribe. Remember to like, comment, and share if you like the content. All right, guys, now we can get back into these laws of attraction. So when I say laws of attraction, I don't mean like magnets, positive versus negative, but kind of so. We're talking about the laws of attraction in love, guys. And we're going to take a dive into each relationship from sisters, with all the sisters. So everybody want to talk about Zach and Fatima. I'm letting them right now, they're going to be last, okay? We're going to start out with Danny versus Preston. And we have a city girl. Not like a city girl, not like the city girls, but y'all know what I mean, a city girl versus a country boy. So why do they attract? When Danny and Preston are on the same page and they are doing well, I think that Danny appreciates the simplicity that Preston offers to her in life, because she's had a hard life. And Preston just has a way of just looking at life simply, making life simple. He doesn't put too much on anything. And I think that attracted Danny to him, because she felt like she didn't have to worry about things, with somebody who lives a simple life. Even though, unfortunately, we found out Preston was lying, talking about he lost his phone and he was at the gas station getting Tanya's number. But like I said, when they are working, I think that's what attracts her to Preston. Now, for Preston, the country boy and the city girl, I think that Danny gives him excitement. I think that Danny, you know how people are like reserved and then they hang around that real outgoing person, and they're living through that person because they say the things you want to say, or they do the things you really want to do, things like that. So I think that Danny is exciting and she's outgoing and she says what she thinks and she's not afraid to do things or put herself out there. And Preston appreciates that about Danny. I believe that's where their law of attraction meets each other. That has nothing to do with race. And then that's another opposite that they've both found interesting, but that's the point that they actually need to work on, actually, so that they can move forward if they're going to move forward in a relationship. All right, so now Sabrina and Calvin. So we have Calvin, who acts like he is fearless, versus Sabrina, who always acts very timid. So what attracted them? And honestly, I don't even know if you can call that an attraction, because half the time Sabrina acts like she don't want to be fooled up with Calvin, and he annoys her and he embarrasses her, and I mean rightfully so. So I really don't know, but the best way that I thought about this and could break this down is that Sabrina appreciates that Calvin stands solid on who he is, because sometimes Sabrina is overly concerned with what people think of her. So I think that she admires in Calvin that he's not concerned about what people thinks of him, and he does live out loud, and this is what it is, and get with it or get lost. I think Sabrina low-key appreciates that about Calvin and admires that and wishes she could be more like that. And then with Calvin and Sabrina, Calvin versus Sabrina, I honestly think that Calvin likes Sabrina's like shy and timid demeanor, because he's already a lot. Like, you don't need two people who are a lot being a whole lot. You know, so I think that Calvin likes that about Sabrina. Like, she kind of acts like the girl next door, but he can tell there is more there. You know, it's like the cat and mouse thing, you know? So, whatever. That's not my favorite relationship anyway. But so I had to think really hard about what attracted them to each other. All right, Andy and Gary. I would have put Andy and Robin. But I didn't want to throw shade. Technically, Andy's supposed to be with Gary, right? I guess. We don't know. But just for the sake of how the show started and whatever. Andy and Gary, it took me a minute to find some huge differences because they're both bosses in their own rights. They both work in corporate America. They both are materialistic. They both, you know, well, Gary used to be more like into the physical part of their relationship until he started having his issues or whatever with Andy. So what did I get for them? This one interested me when I thought about it for real. So Andy likes to work for the finer things in life. She does like finer things, but she likes to work for them. Gary likes to make the finer things that he has work for him. And this is what I mean. Andy, you know, she prides herself on the accomplishment she has made as an African-American female attorney. And yes, she lives well, but she makes no bones about the fact that she works hard to live well. And I think that's a badge of honor for Andy. Meanwhile, Gary, you know, he has money, and Gary likes to try to make his money work for him. Not only is he a hedge fund manager, so literally he makes his money and other people's money work for them, but just like him, what he's doing with Andy now, trying to use material things in the penthouse and the car and the bags and the clothes to get her affections back on him. He likes to make that work for him. Now, what attracts them about each other? I think they're both, you know, into appearances, into the finer things in life, into somebody who can match their fly, quote unquote. They just have a different way of going about it. And Gary doesn't mind Andy being a boss, and Andy doesn't mind somebody who's willing to spoil her. So it works for them, you know, even though their relationship is dysfunction, it works in their dysfunction. So that shows how deep that goes. If that's what you're looking for in a relationship, good luck. Karen and Aaron. So we have a big attitude, most of the time nasty attitude, versus a big heart. So, and not to say that Karen doesn't have a heart for people that she cares for, because she does, but just look at where I'm going with this. So, I think what Karen and Aaron met in the grocery store in season 1 and got immediately into an altercation because Karen's attitude, you know, with him wasn't right. But instead of that scaring him off, it kind of drew him to her, because he's like, whoa, she has a mouth on her, but she has a mind of her own, and she stands strong in her beliefs. And for whatever reason, that engages Aaron about Karen, that Karen's like a no-nonsense type of person. And he is in his own right. He just has a nicer way of going about it. Now, what Aaron offers is a big heart. And what I mean by that, Aaron likes to help people. Aaron definitely has a big heart when it comes to Karen and those that he loves. He's a preacher, even though we've never seen him preach or be in a church, but you know, they've talked about him being a pastor or preacher or whatever on the show. And I think that attracted Karen to him, because when she was with Zach, she was always being the one helping, putting herself out there, doing. And that's what Aaron does for her and for others. And I think that attracted her to Aaron, someone who is willing to serve and who has a heart for helping others. You know, and someone who could be patient with her attitude and softens her attitude. And then lastly, Zach and Fatima, what attracted them? Now, this one was actually pretty hard for me to do. Not because I don't think Zach and Fatima are compatible, because y'all know I'm a Fatima fan. But Zach and Fatima are pretty similar. Like, they're both crazy. Zach can take it there too. His emotions get wild, just like Fatima's. They both like to do for each other. You know, Fatima does something for Zach. Zach does something for Fatima. Fatima does, You know, they both are good listeners when it comes to each other. You know, they both, I mean, they have a lot in common. And when Fatima came into Zach's life, he wanted to be the person that he is now. So they always had those things in common. Fatima just gave him access to be the man that he wanted to be by helping him through chain breakers and teaching him how to affirm himself and believe in himself. So what their law of attraction that I came up with was Fatima takes care versus Zach needs care. Now, here's where I'm going with that, because Zach does do for Fatima, don't get me wrong. But Fatima's first thing that she wants to do, kind of like Aaron, is help people. And especially when it comes to Zach. If he halfway mentions something, Fatima is trying to take care of it. That's her personality. And Zach likes that about Fatima, because he's a person who needs care. And when I say needs care, I mean, yes, people have had to carry Zach in the past because he didn't have anything. But now Zach has everything that he needs and more. But Fatima still but he still needs care as far as that reassurance that Fatima gives him, that affirming. Like, it crushed him. Even though he is a millionaire, it crushed him when he thought that Fatima was speaking negatively of him in season 3, when he heard that recording that we found out that Hayden actually sent to him when she was setting Hayden up. That crushed him because Zach needs care. He didn't have that. And he always says with his mother or grandmother or aunts, he didn't have anybody speaking life and power and positivity into him. So when I say care, the fact that Fatima does things for Zach, he appreciates it. But what I don't think she understands fully yet is that the most powerful things that she has done to him has just been believing in him and affirming him to believe in himself. That's Zach's love language. And I believe that's how they attract, because Fatima likes to do that. He likes to receive it. He likes to do for her, and she can receive it. So those are my laws of attraction, guys, on the ladies in their relationships. Let me know what you think down in the comment. If you can think of another one for any of the relationships, let me know. It might be something I didn't think of like that. If you agree or don't agree, guys. And I want to say thank you so much for the comments on the last video. Thank you even to people who have differing opinions. What I really appreciate about the community that we're building here at UC Kayla TV is I don't have negativity in my comments. I think I had one person being negative. They actually called me a liar in the comments, and I went ahead and reported them. First of all, don't personally attack me. This is a TV show, okay? It's TV. These are not real people in the sense of their characters. And what we're not going to do is personally attack people, personally attack me. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, this is why I don't agree. This is what I don't agree with, and this is why. Not you're a liar because Karen is a wonderful person. First of all, Karen is not a real person. And I said what I said, and here's my opinion, and I always tell why. So thank you so much. The 99.9% of y'all do not do that, and I appreciate that. And you know, there's banter in the comments, and it's never disrespectful. That's what is going to go on here at UC Kayla TV. I will remove your comment. I will not block you, because you can't block somebody on YouTube. I will report. We're not doing that here. And the one person that did that, I think they were just trolling or whatever, but I had time that day. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share if you like the content. And I will see you again later this week. Please don't forget about the Throwback Thursday video where I do a retro review of a show from the past. And then I'll also be posting my All-American Homecoming review. If you're missing something to watch during this Sister season hiatus, All-American Homecoming is a wonderful show. We're only 6 episodes in. It's a brand new show. So it's not like we're 6 episodes into another season. Season 1, episode 6 came on last night, and it's a really good show that you could catch up on and keep watching with us. It'll be back on for episode 7 on April 11th, so you have some time to catch up. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.